Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Naran Purcell, and I'm back with another amazing concept, and it's called an ABC 1, 2, 3, and it goes like this. So here we have A, we have B, and we have C. Okay. Now A is what we have fixed. Now fixed is pretty much like our bank accounts, right? Your checking account, your savings account. We put our money in the bank. We put our money in the bank because it's safe. But what the problem with the bank is that there's no growth in it. It's a very low rate of return. So if you ever notice it, in most banks, your money will never grow, and it gives you about like less than 0.5% or less than 1%, right? So it may be safe, but there's no growth. So less than 1%. Up to about 1%, right? Now B is where we have what we call variable. So variable is like the stock market, right? It's exactly like a stock market. Now, a lot of people have a 401k. You put your money to 401k to your employer that sponsor it. And what happened is that you can make a lot of money in the market, but guess what? You could also lose everything that you have in it. So back in 2008 with the crisis, people lost over 30% of their money, and people were just going absolutely crazy. So you can make a lot of money in the market, but you could also lose everything that you have. So there's no safety net, right? So it goes like this. Pretty risky. And C is where we have what we call index. So if you put your money in the index strategy, what it is pretty much that as long as you put your money in the index strategy, you will not lose your money, guaranteed. You know, a great investor by the name of Warren Buffett, those of you who don't know him, the wealthiest man in the world, a multi-billionaire, multiple businesses, and if somebody who made $1 million and give you advice how to make $1 million, would you want to take that advice from that individual, right? So Warren Buffett says there's two principles when it comes to your money. Principle number 1, don't you ever lose your money. And principle number 2, don't ever forget about principle number 1. All right. So what it is with the index is that it's a lock in gain. So let's say the market goes up, right? The money lock in, and it just keep going up, right? Keep going up. Now let's say that the market comes up like this and the market goes down. Guess what? There is a minimum cap of 0.75%, right? So market goes up again. Guess what? Your money's locked in. Okay, it's like a lock. It's gain, right? It's locking it. The market goes back down, right? There's a cap, right? So the money lock it in again and goes up, back down, right? So index is pretty much a safety net, right? There's no risk of losing your money. Your money is locked in there 100% guaranteed not to lose your principal. So let's say, for example, everybody who got a 401k to their job, or a 457 or 414H, a retirement plan to their job, what happens is when the market goes down, guess what? You lose that percentage. But if somebody have the money inside an index account, guess what? You will not lose your money. Your money will be locked in there, and then you will get the higher percentage. Does that make sense? So now, how do we break this down? So this is breakdown also in tax category, right? You know why I always say about taxes that taxes is the bigger reason why that we cannot build wealth in the country, because we pay tax over everything. We pay tax when we save money. We pay tax when we make a sale. We pay tax when we make a purchase. And the biggest of the taxes of them all is when you pass away, because Uncle Sam knows that you're not coming back for your refund, right? So when we think about taxes, it breaks down like this. We have tax now, tax later, and tax never. Right? So tax now. What is tax now? I mentioned before, your savings account, your check-ins, your CDs, could also be mutual funds. Right? So if you ever receive a 1099 statement from the bank, and I mentioned in my other video before, but a 1099 statement stating that you earn 1%, but you got to pay tax on that 1%. So you pretty much haven't really made any money, right? So that's tax you now. and tax you later on tax deferred vehicles such as your 401k, 403b, 457. What else? Annuities, right? Could be annuities, and your 529 plan, college plan for your children, and the list actually goes on, right? So tax later, what it is that what it means that they will not tax you now, but they will tax you later on. So ask yourself, would you rather pay taxes now or pass taxes later? Think about it like this. If you was a farmer, right, and you planted all these crops, you planted a whole bunch of corns and, all these vegetables, and the owner come to you and say, hey, well, I'm not going to take all your seeds, right, but I'm going to come tax you on harvest. And you were excited, say, okay, you're not going to take all that crops. But 30 years later, he came back and say, you know what, you owe me some crops, and he took about 30% of your crops. Guess what? That's pretty much a very high percentage of your money being missing, right? So when you think about it, the more money that you have, the more taxes that you will actually have to pay. And let's be honest, we all don't like paying taxes, right? So would it make sense for you to pay on a seed instead of you paying on a harvest, right? This is tax later vehicle. And then you have tax never. So tax never is, let's just say, it's your Roth IRA and certain life insurance policy with cash value. And municipal bonds. So think about this, a lot of wealthy people in the world, they understand there's a tax code, right? When they have to pay no taxes legally. Think about Donald Trump, Oprah Winfrey, Tiger Woods, Jay Leno. The only reason why they understand the system because they understand how to get access to wealth. And it's hidden from a lot of people today. A lot of people don't understand the rules because guess what? It's only reserved for the wealthy, right? So this way for you to not pay any taxes legally. So guys, this is the ABC rule. I hope this is helpful. And I'd love to sit down with you and show you more concepts, educate you a little bit more on how to make money work for you instead of you keep working for money. And that's it for now, guys. Peace.